years ago, James and I got together and we shot a little video about my DVD and VHS collection. I've gotten emails saying, "Oh, why don't you do another one? I'm sure you've gotten a lot more since then." And yeah, I have. So
yeah,
this is the first time. This is the first time I've gotten the opportunity to do that. So we're just gonna go through and see what's interesting, see what's new. Have you ever seen Beginning of the End?
That's with the grasshoppers.
That is the one with the grasshoppers.
That is Mr. Big, the Burt-eyed Gordon.
The only thing I remember about that movie is I think there's like grasshoppers crawling up the side of the building. I guess they like printed out like a picture of buildings and then they just like kind of threw grasshoppers on top of the picture and then they flipped the image, so it looks like it's upright. Yeah. Kind of like the way you did the effect of City Hall in It Came From Beyond the Toilet.
Yeah. Also, kind of like in the Spider-Man video of AVGN.
What did you do for that?
Well, we had Kyle in the Spider-Man suit climbs up the wall, and we
the posters?
Put the posters on the floor.
You put the posters on the floor.
Yeah, and then we had him crawl on the floor, and then we just tilted it,
Ever seen The Blood of Dracula's Castle?
No, I think I missed that one. John Carradine as Dracula, huh? Well, he's at least in the movie. I see him on the credits.
Well, it says starring John Carradine.
Wow.
So I would hope he's...
How many Dracula movies? Okay, he's in House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, Billy the Kid versus Dracula. He's in Blood of Dracula's Castle, so that's 4 of them. But I think he's Dracula number 3. Like, you have Bela Lugosi, then you have Christopher Lee, then you have John Carradine, which is very big stoop down. But,
Bruce Lee fights back from the grave.
That is an awesome cover. That is just amazing. He's like uppercutting a demon coming up from hell.
I have another Bruce Lee movie here. Have you seen this?
It's Bruce Lee with 1 E. In The Furious.
The Captain America movies from the 70s. These are pretty notoriously bad. Conan O'Brien has talked about these.
Looks good. I think.
Have you seen the Avengers?
The new Avengers. Yeah. Well, I think they should make an old version of the Avengers. They should just round up all these guys, like the guy.
The same actors that play these parts?
Yeah, what was there? There was Captain America, there was a Spider-Man show, there was the Hulk.
People always say the worst idea you could possibly do for one of those type of movies is like Superman versus Batman, because Superman would just punch Batman and Batman would die. Because Superman has real superpowers and like Bruce Wayne and Batman is just a real person.
Not if he uses kryptonite against him.
Well, it's true. There could be things like that. But you know what I would like to see? What about Batman versus Spider-Man? I guess the reason why they don't do that is because
it's
Marvel. One's Marvel and one's DC, so it'll never happen, I guess.
Ooh, Congo. I remember I read the book to Congo, because it made Jurassic Park. It even says, from the author of Jurassic Park. And
I saw that movie in the theater, and I gotta say, I don't know what you think. I didn't particularly care for it.
Yeah, the book was really good. But then I saw a movie and was like, "What the hell is this shit?"
So my memory's right. Then it was bad.
Pretty much, I don't remember what was bad about it. I know that Bruce Campbell was in it, and I didn't know who Bruce Campbell was at the time.
Okay.
So I feel like it needs a rewatch. And look, Ernie Hudson's in it. I probably didn't even recognize him back then. What I remember about this movie is that in the last scene, all the apes are committing suicide. They're all jumping into the lava.
I remember that, and I remember, isn't there something about there's I remember blue laser beams and monkeys getting their heads cut off. I could be totally off on that, but I haven't seen this since 1995 or whatever when it came out.
Here we are, both talking about memory.
Do you ever see Death Race 2000?
I just saw that recently. That's fucking awesome.
I've never seen it. Is it worth seeing?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's really cheesy, but that's the whole thing.
Is it funny bad, or is it just legitimately good? Or I actually really don't know.
It's funny bad. You got Sylvester Stallone, you got David Carradine, and Sylvester Stallone, another actor that got his start with Roger Corman. And they also filmed a lot of the racing scenes in Santa Clarita, where I filmed a lot of the AVGN movie.
I also like how they always slap the labels on really haphazardly. It's kind of like how
come off. Yeah.
It's all the way over the side.
That's funny.
Like somebody didn't give a shit. Like the guy who put this tape together, he's like, I hate my job. Just slaps it on there. You know?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Remember doing that?
Yeah, we had to do that for a while. We had a job slapping labels on tapes at one point. If you can believe that. Dracula versus Frankenstein.
Oh my god. Which one is this? Which Dracula versus Frankenstein? Okay, it is the one with Lon Chaney and J. Carroll Naish. This is an awful movie, but a great cover. Look at this. Look at this.
I like the severed head right there. Oh, and look at the picture of Lon Chaney Jr. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my god. I don't remember the head of
Look who put it out, though. Look who put it out.
Very VSV, very strange video.
You ever hear that before? I never heard
They're not. It's not something weird video.
Yeah,
it's like I've heard of something weird.
Video.
Yeah.
Ed Wood. Hey, look back again.
Oh, look back.
Look
in
back
Angora.
in Angora. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. I saw it when it debuted on TV. It's a documentary about Ed Wood. Yeah. It goes into like his porn movies a lot though too. So like if you want to know a little
That's
more
all right.
about,
If you ever wanted to know about that.
if you want to know about what he made after, Plan 9 from Outer Space and all that.
I'll leave that out. I gotta check
Yeah.
that out. Okay, so we got Frankenstein with Carrie Fisher.
Okay, so it's just another fucking Frankenstein movie that I've never fucking heard of, and it's just called Frankenstein.
So what do we got next to it?
Another movie called Frankenstein. I'm just wondering if you have the 1993 version that nobody knows about in here. Yeah, Turner Home Entertainment. It must be because it was on TNT. Holy crap, this is it, I think. Let me see what it says on
You know what? I know what that is. That's that one that they used clips from it in Monster Vision.
Yeah, because
I didn't even know I had that.
This was a made-for-TV movie, and it premiered on Monster Vision. Oh, the giant claw. And they don't even show the monster on... They don't show the bird's face on the cover because it's too embarrassing. Just like in the poster.
I like how it's grabbing like a lion.
Yeah. That really is one of my favorite monsters. I really just... There's nothing that looks like it. There's no other monster that... Like they did this thing with the hair and they got the eyes. Like, what were they thinking when they made that?
As long as we're on that topic real quick, see how I got like these things up here? Like,
Yeah.
why don't they ever make like a giant claw, like one of these? Like, I'd love to have like a toy of the giant claw.
Yeah, I think there is like a model kit or something of that. I think
Well, you have to
go
make it
with
yourself though?
that. It's probably one of those things where you got to put it together. But
Well,
yeah,
I don't want that. I just want to be able to buy it.
Yeah,
I suck at like putting those things together.
I do too. Because I can't deal with the glue. But
You
anyway,
get the glue all over your fingers and.
not just that, but even if I wear a gas mask, still it gets into my eyes.
Yeah, and the whole point is you shouldn't have to put on a gas mask and get your fucking fingers stuck together just so you can have like something to sit on your fucking shelf.
Yeah,
Like I want to walk into a horror convention and be like, oh, the giant claw, I'll buy that for $5 and stick it on my fucking shelf.
Or maybe the glue I use is just too serious. You know what? No. The glue I have bonds skin. It does not bond plastic. It doesn't work. It does not work on plastic. It only glues your fingers together.
I like that we're talking about glue now.
Yeah.
I feel like my grandfather in the garage talking about motor oil. So do you get the W12 kind or
WD-40
all right, so
Elmer's glue. Just stick to Elmer's glue.
here we got the Ghostbuster movies. Now,
Paste. Use paste.
yeah, paste sucks. Like imagine like if I wanted to stick these two Ghostbuster tapes together. Like if I really wanted these tapes like together, like like really hard, so
Because
that they
you
would never
want-
come
you want
apart.
them together.
What would I use? What would I use? I would use like
You use
Elmer's
rubber
glue,
cement.
or I use rubber cement or like epoxy.
Epoxy. Yeah.
Imagine trying to put like paste. You know what would happen if I use paste? They'd come apart because paste sucks.
How about
Paste should be discontinued, just like pennies. The gorilla. Now, which one is
Bela
this?
Lugosi and the Ritz brothers in the gorilla?
Did we
Is
watch
that is that the same one as Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn gorilla?
This is not that one.
It's not that
It's
one.
not the Brooklyn.
So it's another one.
Yeah, I've actually watched this and it's pretty poor. It's just not that good. There's a bunch of these. Like there's one with Boris Karloff called Tape.
Yeah.
There's just There's a lot of those type of movies back then. They were
It's
really
so confusing. Yeah.
Oh, actually, Bela Lugosi did some other movies called The Ape. Oh shit! It's like The Return of the Ape Man or whatever.
That's just eventually it's gonna happen. We gotta do a whole video just Bela Lugosi ape movies.
So I got some King Kong tapes here. Do you have any of these yourself?
Is this the one where he roars?
You know what? It doesn't work.
Oh, it doesn't work anymore. Yeah,
Actually, I took this out before because I was trying to like get it to work. It's actually.
Really? Yeah, it's got the little.
Yeah, it's got the little thing. I want to try to fix that. But anyway,
you got your King Kong.
yeah, just so I could sit here by myself, like in the dark, and be like, roar.
I got the Evil Dead thing where it's like the Book of the Dead and they like scream. Yeah.
Lethal Weapon. When does Joe Pesci come into it? In the third one?
The second one.
Oh, it comes in the second one.
Yeah.
Now, the thing about these movies, I was never. I always kind of liked them, but I was never huge into them. But the part I liked was Joe Pesci.
He has a rant in every movie. This movie, it's they fuck you in the drive-in or the drive-through. This movie, it's they fuck you at the hospital, and this one's they fuck you with the cell phones. The great thing about those movies is that every single one of them is directed by Richard Donner. Every single one of them has Danny Glover, has Mel Gibson. Joe Pesci comes in with the second one. So it's like, it's always the same actors. And even the the smaller actors in the movie, like the ones that
Still the same too.
yeah, like Danny Glover's family and everything, they're all the same people, like right down the line. It's not like Batman where it's like Michael Keaton and then turns into Val Kilmer.
Or like Rocky
or
when he's got a different son.
Yeah, Rocky's always got different sons. No, the Lethal Weapon movies are just straight down the line. It's like watching the same movie being continued. And it's just called Lethal Weapon 2, 3, 4.
They didn't
It's
fuck
not
it
like
up. Yeah.
Die Harder, Die Hard with a Vengeance, Live Free or Die Hard. What's the new one?
Oh,
Good Day to Die Hard.
That reminds me, like the new Star Trek movie coming out. Like, you know the name
Star
of that?
Trek Into Darkness.
Yeah, like Trek. They're trekking into darkness.
That's
like, instead of calling, because I was thinking they were gonna call it like Star Trek 2 : something. You know, it's like.
How about just Star Trek Tac-Toe or something like that? Star Trek Tac-Toe.
So here we got the Little Shop of Horror movies. These are all public domain with Jack Nicholson.
It looks like
Jack Nicholson, the star of The Terror.
Oh yeah, also the star of Little Shop of Horrors, starring Jack Nicholson. He's in one scene. He's in the movie for like 2.
Look at this.
his name is bigger than the title.
You know what? I actually wanted to show this to you. I got this interesting tape. It's Metropolis. I don't know. I just thought it was pretty cool.
They're both. Why did they make? What do they think he's like Ronald McDonald or something? Why did they make his hair red?
I think they would always like go crazy with the coloring just so that they maybe they didn't want to have in trouble with the rights maybe, but it's a public domain movie anyway, so.
And Money's Your Young, great movie.
I hate to say this, but I think I might like the